Bumping is a very, very easy way to open locks, better than picking for some locks, actually, as is the case with the very hard-to-pick OSA lock. You could open locks with a single swing of a hammer and the right cut key in under 5 seconds. One swing will do it. It's very efficient, very easy, very clean. It's pretty much the biggest security problem as far as physical security in my lifetime. And I'm not that old, but as far as locks are concerned, it's probably the biggest thing to hit the lock community. And it's been known for a long time, but much with the safe community, whenever there was a problem, it'd be on the hush-hush. So, don't tell anybody who's not a locksmith. But even now, there are plenty of locksmiths who don't know, who will make free copies of bump keys for you. Me and Strom actually one day went to Home Depot, and they copy keys. They're like, oh, sure.
Yeah, here's one I made at Osh.
So, $1.25, and you can ruin every that you could find with that keyway. So yes. So again, general response to bumping, as this weird gentleman up in the front pointed out at the beginning, it's pretty much bullshit. Hard to do. Only professionals can do it. You need a lot of money, a lot of time. You need every key on the market for 100% efficiency. That's actually true, but stupid. Keys must be made extremely exact. I'm going to just with some other stuff later on, and keys are hard to obtain. My ring of keys that I don't even know what locks they go to, not hard. You could go online and buy hundreds of key blanks for a given lock for 3-4 cents each. Some keys are hard to obtain. This Medico that I have, these are the keys for it, and it comes with this card so that you can only duplicate the keys under normal pretenses with the card, because the card keeps track of what's happened to them, because they're patented, and that's all. Most of the other keys on this table aren't. What? Oh, yeah. Sure.
So I have a key, it says on it, big letters, do not duplicate. Walk into Home Depot, walk into the key station, and said, I need a blank for this key. The guy says, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Number 59. Here you go. That'll be $1.25.
Yeah. It's very common. He's saying he can take do not duplicate keys. I have it stamped on them, get them duplicated.
Yeah, just cover
People are dumb. What can I say? Oh, blank for it. Well, that's might as well just be just as worse for bumping, yeah. And then again, people say burglars need to know what lock it is beforehand. Most locks you could look at the keyway once you get acquainted with them and know what it is. All of these master locks have the same keyway. Most of these Slage have the same keyway. Most of the same keyway, because they're very, very standard. So the question of do I need 100,000 million keys for every type of keyway for 100% efficiency? There's 2 different keyways in all of those keys combined. That means I need 2 keys to bump them, every single one of them. So that's not true at all. And this isn't just a singular occurrence. This is every major lock distributor, Home Depot, Osh. They all have a quickset key and a Slage key. And I'll be damned if you're going to find other stuff without going to a locksmith. So how bumping works. Bumping is actually very simple, and it's surprising that it wasn't discovered as soon as pin tumblers were made. I need all the bump keys, which you're sucking at being my assistant. So bumping works like this Newton's cradle. Everybody know what Newton's cradle is? Yeah, it's pretty simple. How many balls you pull from one side, they'll clack against and push that many over. Simple transfer of energy. And this is how pick guns work, which have been a pretty popular locksmith tool for a number of years. And so here's how it looks with pool balls. Everybody knows this. Everybody's played a game of pool in their life and done this, where the one ball doesn't move. And this is totally color coordinated. I really have my shit together for this talk. You're saying, I know, he looks so well composed and thought out. So think of this as the red and the blue pins in the examples of all the locks we've used before. So it'll hit that red pin, and the blue pin will move, but the red will stay the same. And you could take the white to be your bump key. And this is how the pick gun works. It just slaps the bottom and pops all those up. And pick guns are kind of fallen by the wayside as far as lock picking because of bumping, but they're still generally effective. And if you'd like to pick one up, I'd recommend it. They're not too expensive, 10, 15 bucks. But So there's some pictures of bump keys. And as you can see, all of these are high security locks, including dimple locks. But again, you need the dimple key cutter to make these. And here's our OSA lock that I don't have the exact lock, but I could make a bump key if I wanted to right now, if somebody has a file. And then DOM is a European company, AVA is a European company, all considered to be top of the line security-wise. So how do you make a bump key? All you need is a key that'll fit the lock. And again, going back to our how many keyways do you need, there are only two keyways on that picture. So I would only need 2 keys for all of those locks. And that's pretty crazy, and it is. So what you want to do is cut a 999 key. And 999 is locksmithing terms for the deepest pin depths that you can go. And in the example, you see they're all cut very low with the little ridges between them. And in the example, it shows how to do it. Cut these. I do all mine with hand files, so it's not, I mean, hand files are under $1. It's not expensive, going back to what you need, and it doesn't take long. You could also use a Dremel, as long as you don't have a shaky hand. And you could use a professional key cutter, which I don't have access to, but a lot of people do. In the case of Osh does have a professional key cutter and very willing to take your 125 to copy any key you have. So check them out too. They're a great source of bump keys. But here is a quick set. It's too dark. Can you see that? I don't want to make it glare, but and it just has the pins, where the pins would rest, cut down to the lowest depth. And you could, if you don't know how to do this, you might not know how low to go, because each type of key has its own specification for what's low, what's high. You use a key gauge, which is essentially just this little thing, and all you have to do is slide. Like I find a quickset. This is a quickset key, and I find it, and it goes all the way. Wow, I fail it.
Yeah, like coordination.
It goes all the way to the bottom. And so that's how I know it's at the lowest pin depth. Okay. So bumping, what you want to do is you made your bump key. This one. You made your bump key. You take it and you place it. Wrong one. I have a better one. No, I know. Okay, so you see, memorize this picture. Okay, ready? Okay, it's gone. You take your bump key and you place it all the way into the lock. And traditional bumping would say that you pull the key out 1 pin and you'll feel it click. It's very simple. It might sound hard. All you do is go out 1. And then what you want to do is hit it. And just like in our example, the pool ball is a pick gun. The energy's transferred. And once all those blue pins are up, you touch the key and it'll turn. You apply torque with your hands. And the key will rotate, lock will open. Very simple. Very not hard to do. I mean, I personally trained in a Shaolin temple for 9 years to learn how to do this. I learned to bump before I could walk, but you might have better luck with it just out of the blue. So what do you hit it with? Anything, essentially, but in my hand. You want to hit it with a bump hammer, and you can hit it with anything, technically. But in my experience, these really are amazingly well engineered to transfer energy, to get the right swing, to get it to work. And this is brand new, fresh off the presses, KE Bump. And it's a production bump hammer. And it comes with the Locksaver lubricant to make sure everything goes swell. A lot of you are familiar with lube, I'm sure. Use this kind of lube. Yeah, don't mix it too. So this is the bump hammer, and I'm very happy to show you guys this new bump hammer because I have the old one, and it felt very frail because it was made out of PVC, but this one's made out of plastic, and so I could go like this, and it's not going to break. And as you can see, it's very very swingy. It's got this weight on the end, and all you do is hit the key, and the lock will open. Easy as that. Sounds crazy. Whoa! I go home. Where am I? Don't look. This will spoil everything. Hit it. Bumping hammer. Okay, demonstration. All right. I had a few drinks, so forgive me if this doesn't go off. I might hit myself a few times. Go to camera. Okay, so this is a standard quickset door knob. Everybody pull out their key. You could hide them from everybody else if you're paranoid. Pull out your keys. Seriously. Do it. All right. Now, I want you to look on all your keys. On the tip of them, they'll say probably KW1 or SC1. Raise your hand if you have one of those. There's plenty more. You're just not pulling out your keys, you punks. I assure you that everybody in this room has or has lived in a building or work at a building that uses one of those keys or another bumpable key. But in the example picture I showed you from Home Depot, those are the two keys that everybody has everywhere, as far as all my experiences in California have been concerned. So, a good number of you, right? So remember that when I open this lock with my 9 years of training. So this is your doorknob, the protector of your servers, your personal goods, everything you own. Remember, it costs $22 or whatever too, so it's better pay off, right? So I'll go open. And I actually forgot to verify that it was a locked thing, because some people are like, oh, he just hit the key that works with it. But it doesn't work for this lock to open it normally. So, yeah. Absolutely. Who has never bumped a lock, never picked a lock? Well, okay, never bumped a lock. You? Come on. Okay, just to show that my 9 years of training was wasted. Yes. The loans are a bitch. Yeah. Hi, Kathy. I mean, what's your name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine. See, I would have never randomly made up that name. Okay, you've no lock experience whatsoever?
I'm a little picky.
Did you go through the 4-year or the 9-year training for bumping?
No.
Okay, we're good. You want to switch seats with me?
Sure.
That way you can be on camera. Okay.
She has prettier hands than Data.
We shall see. So here's your bump key,
Okay.
right? Here's your lock. Pretend it's his front door. Whoever you don't like.
Okay.
Me.
You take your bump key and then just put it in. And then pull it out one. You'll feel it click. Real light. Don't try and turn it. Just pull. Is it stuck? Did I break it?
No, I know.
There you go. Okay, so you pull it out one pin depth. And now all you're going to do is you're going to take the bump hammer,
Okay.
and you're going to hit it, and you're going to touch it to turn it right as you hit it. Okay?
Okay.
So I don't know what handed you are, but touch it right at the bottom. No, hit it like that. Not on the side. You break the key.
Don't want to do that. Okay. So.
Yeah, you just want to right on the back of the key, not on the side. Touch it right as you hit it. Touch it right as you hit it. Hard.
Oh, I felt
Here.
it.
When you do it, if you're not getting it, you'll also hear the pins fall back down when you let go. Because some will set, but not all.
Okay, so
Hold it from the bottom so you get the swing.
Okay.
And here, I'll tell you what. I'll turn it as you hit it. Ready? Wait, we forgot to pull it out that time.